The biological and long-term impact of attachment. Attachment forms during a critical period in early childhood when the brain is rapidly developing and laying the foundation for emotional regulation, social skills, and resilience. During this time, children are highly sensitive to their environment but lack the ability to verbally communicate anxiety or stress. Instead, their distress manifests through physiological responses that can have profound and lasting impacts on their health and development. The stress response and toxic stress. When a child experiences consistent care and comfort, their stress responses are regulated and they learn to cope with challenges effectively. However, in situations where care is inconsistent, neglectful, or even abusive, the child may experience prolonged stress without resolution. This prolonged activation of the stress response system is referred to as toxic stress. Toxic stress is marked by the chronic release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline by the adrenal glands. These hormones are crucial for immediate survival as they prepare the body to respond to threats. However, when elevated levels persist over time, they can have detrimental effects, including impaired brain development. Toxic stress disrupts the architecture of a child's developing brain, particularly in areas like the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and impulse control, and the hippocampus, critical for memory and learning. This can lead to difficulties in regulating emotions and processing information. Weakened immune system. Prolonged stress suppresses immune function, making the body more vulnerable to infections and illnesses, even in adulthood. Gene expression alterations. Chronic stress can influence epigenetic mechanisms, meaning that environmental stressors can switch on or switch off certain genes. These changes can predispose individuals to mental health disorders such as anxiety and depression, and chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes later in life. Research findings on attachment and long-term outcomes. The consequences of early attachment experiences extend well beyond childhood. Studies have illuminated the far-reaching impact of attachment styles on various life outcomes. 1. The Strange Situation Test, Mary Ainsworth, 1970s. This classic experiment assesses a child's attachment style by observing their reactions when separated from and reunited with their caregiver. Securely attached children typically calm down quickly and resume exploring after reuniting with their caregiver, while insecurely attached children show patterns of anxiety, avoidance, or disorganization. These early attachment patterns often predict later behaviors and coping mechanisms. Second, Minnesota longitudinal study, Attachment and Academic Success. Researchers found that a child's attachment style at age 3 could predict with 77% accuracy whether they would drop out of high school. Secure attachment was associated with resilience and better academic performance, while insecure attachment correlated with higher dropout rates and difficulties in navigating social and academic challenges. Third Harvard study on parental relationships and health. A longitudinal study tracked participants over 35 years, focusing on the relationship with their parents. Adults who reported broken or strained maternal relationships were 91% more likely to suffer from chronic health issues, such as coronary artery disease, hypertension, and alcoholism. In contrast, those who reported warm relationships with their mothers had significantly better health outcomes, with only 45% experiencing similar issues. The cycle of attachment and behavior. Attachment styles established in early childhood often set the stage for a lifelong cycle of behavior and relationships. For securely attached children, positive reinforcement of relationships, feeling safe and supported, fosters the confidence to form friendships and engage in social activities, reinforcing a positive worldview. Optimism and success. Success in social and academic settings builds self-esteem, encouraging further exploration and growth in adulthood. For insecurely attached children, missed opportunities. Difficulty trusting others or managing emotions can lead to social isolation, reduced academic success, and limited career opportunities. Perpetuation of insecurity. Insecure attachment patterns can be passed down to the next generation as parenting behaviors are often influenced by one's own early experiences. Emotional and psychological disconnection. John Bowlby, the father of attachment theory, captured the deep psychological impact of insecure attachment. What cannot be communicated to the mother cannot be communicated to the self. This suggests that children who lack a secure emotional bond may struggle to understand their own feelings, needs, and identity. As adults, they may need to revisit early life experiences to develop self-awareness and heal unresolved emotional wounds. Hope for change, breaking the cycle. While early attachment shapes development, it is not deterministic. With awareness, therapy, and supportive relationships, individuals can address the effects of insecure attachment, reframe negative beliefs, and build healthier patterns. Interventions like psychotherapy, trauma-informed care, and parent-child bonding programs can help break cycles of insecurity and foster resilience.